Hey, how's it going everyone? Cole here, and in today's video I wanted to share a useful tool that I have been using in one of my Flask projects that I've been working on. And this tool is the LiveReload server. So this is a Python package that basically does exactly what it states here in the documentation. It reloads web pages on changes without hitting refresh in your browser. And that is the key point I'm going to emphasize here. The reason why I'm emphasizing this is because if you're like me, you've probably been babied and spoiled with simple VS Code plugins like the LiveReload server, or you've probably worked on React projects where you're seeing all of these UI changes in real time, right? It's wonderful. It's a beautiful thing when you make the change to your code and see it immediately on your browser, right? Well, the issue that I've ran into, and I'm not the only one, this seems to be a common gripe with Flask applications, is that the Flask server, the Flask development server that comes built in with the framework, it's not efficient. It does not update your changes in real time when you make them to your static files like your HTML and CSS. And I'm going to demonstrate this. So I'm going to go over here to my code, put this to the side. And just to make sure, we're going to do Flask run. So we've got the development server that's built into Flask running, and just to make sure I've got everything set up here, just did a refresh. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick a focus point, and this focus point is going to be in this text here. So summary, I want it changed to summaries. Okay, no problem. Change it to summaries, but now if you see over here, it doesn't change anything. But if I hit refresh, oh, and even that's interesting. Now, that's interesting to me because in the past, I've had instances where when I hit refresh, it actually does update it, but nobody wants to have to constantly hit the reload button on their browser to see the changes that they made in their static files. That's ridiculous. Now, before I get to the solution to this with the LiveReload server or package, I want to point out one pro to the Flask development server, and it's that it provides the codes here for your GET and POST requests. Okay, I think that that's really cool and super helpful. Let's see, I think I actually have to have one here. Select a note, and then I make a change. Here is a change, and as you can see, it registers as a post, and if I go to any of the other notes, it will register as a GET because it's getting the information. So that's super helpful. I love that. But we need something that accounts for the changes. And this is a fair trade-off, I would say, and I'll show you what I mean in just a moment. So now what I'm going to do is, instead of using the Flask server, we're going to clear that, and we're going to run this code, the actual app.py file, and as you can see, it's running the LiveReload server, and this is all here in this code. So what I've done, I've set the debug mode to be true, pointing this to the live server, or the LiveReload server, and then I specify which files that I want to watch. So that's everything from my templates, HTML, CSS, and even my backend code in my app.py file. But we're not going to get into that. So yeah, so the server is running, so I'm going to refresh this, and as you can see, it updates to summaries because that's what I changed it to. But now, if I change it back to summary, you can see it update. And it takes just a second. It's not as snappy and as quick as other development servers that I've worked with, but you get the point. And to drive the point home, say so there you go. It changes. Now, again, this is a fair trade-off, but unfortunately you do not get your get and post request information here. So if I make an update, let's see, I'll select a note. Here's a change to this section of main points. Make sure it saves, and it saves, but you don't see your get and post requests. So that's kind of a bummer, but that's okay. The main thing is just seeing the code change here. But yeah, I mean, this just demonstrates that in only a few lines of code you can account for which files that you want to watch, even your backend code, and it updates quick enough. So yeah, that's pretty much all I've got. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure to like and subscribe to this channel, and I will see you in the next video.